Hi everyone, good morning. We're going to continue our lesson, Financing God's Work, and today we're looking at Thursday's topic, a responsibility and a privilege. And we have a couple questions for this topic, and it says, how does God's people hasten or delays Christ's return in the clouds of glory? In 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11 and 12, we read, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat?" So the question is again, how do we behave if we're looking for and hastening the coming of Jesus? And that's what we should be doing. If that's what we're doing, we studied yesterday how the gospel has to be taken to people that haven't heard about it. If we want Jesus to come, and he wants to save as many as possible, as many as believe in him, but they have to hear from us to be able to believe in him, then what should be our attitude? What should we be doing? We can either hasten or delay the coming of Christ by either giving the gospel to others or withholding it. And many more people would have been already known of Jesus, and the work would have been finished if we had been faithful in doing our part, which we studied so far in the lesson, is that we can do our part by providing for those who are actually going out and talking about the gospel. Now let's continue here. The last question for this for today is, what privilege is extended to every believer? 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9, which is our memory verse. "For we are laborers together with God. We are God's husbandry. We are God's building." So it is our privilege to be part of his work and to labor together with him, to administer our blessings that he has given us in a way that will be a blessing to others and that will bring others to the knowledge of the truth. God has made men his almoners, compartners with him in the great work of advancing his kingdom on the earth. But they may pursue the course pursued by the unfaithful servant, and by doing so lose the most precious privilege ever granted to them. For thousands of years, God has worked through human agencies, but at his will, he can drop out the selfish, the money-loving, and the covetous. He is not dependent upon our means, and he will not be restricted by the human agent. He can carry out his own work though we act not a part in it. But who among us would be pleased to have the Lord do this? It is our privilege to be participating in the work of God. It is for us to decide if we're going to hasten the coming of the Lord, or if we're going to do everything we can to delay it. The Lord will come, and he has his time already. The problem is that if we don't participate in the work, as we read before in previous lessons of this week, there's also a curse that comes from us not doing our part. So may the Lord help us to keep those things in mind and to decide what we're going to do. I will see you tomorrow so we can review everything that we have learned this week. God bless. Have a good day.